Hello boys, my name is Yoshi, and this is gonna be my bonus video, just trying to show off some different modes. We might start in Time Attack at first, or at least to look at it. I'm not probably gonna actually use it, I just want to show off some of the different modes this game has to offer. So, we can check our different times on each of these and do like different time trials on different tracks, as well as do, and you can also see who has the best time on each of these. Someone apparently did the first track in like 9 seconds. I like how it shows you what their best time is. Anyways, this will be the first thing we do. So using our fast hot car, we're gonna go for this time trial. This is the normal time trial. This is not a part of the side setup. This is the normal time attack. As you auto guess, this is basically the time trial sequence that everybody talks about. Almost every racing game has one, and Hot Wheels is no exception. You cannot yet do the DLC tracks in this, by the way, unless you've already done them, but otherwise, yeah, you can kind of do these whenever. Of course, we only ever did it in Adventure Mode, because we need it to be a certain time. Oh, wow. So, the big difference here is, mainly, we don't get a start play, since they're not technically considered special times we have to do. They are just simply gonna allow us to go through and do things like that. Really is all it is. So this is basically just a place to practice getting your fast lap. That's basically what it is. So yeah, basically keep hot lapping for as long as you want. Try a different track. You understand. You can also do random races, which so are how you play the split screen against our friends. Oh, and also, of course, once you start finishing a certain car, path, whatever, your boat starts to appear, just like in a normal time trial. So we get to see exactly where the goose is going at which time, when it moves and doesn't, so we can kind of get an idea of where we are on the track. That can determine, okay, this is how most of the other spots go. Well, we smashed that close. I wanted to make sure I at least got close to that, and yeah, there we go. That was pretty cool. Of course, because this is a hot lap session, the only way to actually finish this is to end the session. So there we got a decent time of 41:03. It may not be the fastest, but hey, it's still pretty cool. So now we go back into time track and select the same track again. Now we can actually be over it and kind of compare our time to where the other times are. I'm guessing there must be a big skip here because I don't seem to get really close to that. And we'll go ahead, I guess, and view our position here. Alright, looks like we're at, like 1,012 light year, and kind of a normal time. Looks like a lot of people got the same time as us. Interesting. There, this is... We were mostly playing this track with us, so it makes sense. Some of these have really fast times in them. Other times it feels like you can do other stuff. Oh, I guess one other thing I got to do is, I believe if you directly select a person, you can, go to their options or whatever, and view their profile, if you want. I'm not gonna do that, though. I'm like seeing some private info, but yeah, you can do that. And what I was actually more interested in is if you can download the ghosts and races against them. Oh, I guess you can do best ghosts. So if we do that and then race, we could probably see what the time setup is. Anyways, that's not what we're actually here for. Not only do I want to show off that I got everything and that we got all the stuff done, which we'll go ahead and just show this now at a time. We wanted to show how much we are months instead, so we can see a bit more of what we've have access to now. So yeah, we have pretty much unlocked everything here. With this. Card background, we should also have all of them as well. We're just looking for all the different backgrounds. I like this one, yes. Let's do that. Then profile icon. Yeah, some from the other DLCs we saw, as well as some newer ones we just unlocked. You have this jet they can put on too that indicate that we're pretty much 100% of the game. That's what we were trying to do. I do like that we got a purple too for finishing the whole 100%. It shows us that this is how you do. We'll go ahead and go with that. I like that. That looks the cutest. And then we get a few other stuff like hard high performing legends, side, digger, show off, blind ace. I'm gonna call myself blind ace. But first, let's look at some of the other stuff. Some of these are DLC related to. I think here comes the gut makes sense. Maybe that maybe that's the 100% stuff, because you also do get a stuff on that. But anyways, I was trying to show that we unlocked all of that stuff, but that's not what we're actually here for. I promised I would show it off, and we're gonna do it now. This is the track builder. So we get to basically select and build a specific area and an individual track room, and kind of pick different areas to choose from. However, there's also a new area we don't get to select in this, which is track minimum. So to make it interesting, and because the game felt a little bit too early for me, we're gonna make some good old-fashioned normal tracks. They'll seem a little basic, but if you've played base name enough, you'll probably know what to do. We'll do 2 of them. A start to finish one, and a normal one. Alright, so let's start with the base track first. Alright. A little bit weird, but we'll try to figure this out. But yeah, this is basically the track editor for this game, which I think is pretty cool. We can also move it to different areas if we want to. And then, oh yeah, of course we can rotate it as well. Let's rotate it to the right. Then we have, with the interactive optive, so you can add tracks which affects your behavior. Oh, okay, so we have to do certain things to it first. Tracks really come to right thanks to social animated balls. Why not try to use some of them while they're available, huh? When you're satisfied, close the track with a finish line. Alright, it's time to validate it. This step is essential of posting your track line your custom track from start to finish. So we pretty much are forced to... Okay, so since we are doing this for the first time, we have to... First. we get out of this? I wonder. A little weird. I don't know why it got stuck. I don't know what I've done. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna be right back while I fix this. Okay, so it wasn't actually anything that needs to be finished. I just forgot that I need to press the plus button to do validation. Unfortunately, still cannot do stuff. So now let's actually play our track and see what happens. There we go. So we were forced to create a track pretty much linearly, but now we get patience. There's so many track footer features you can discover that help you create some truly very fast. We can't wait to see you create utility in action. Have fun. No, I do not want to save that because I do want to actually change this up a bit. So the first thing we need to do is modify this. I guess we have to connect to it first. Okay. So, let's do this first. Okay, so we're gonna try and do this one at a time. Maybe actually move some of these around. How do you move it down, I wonder? Okay, yeah, I was about to say, yeah. I was wondering if the game will let me do that. Let's do launcher start first. So my goal is to actually create a basic track for the first one and a somewhat loopy track for the second part, because to be fair, I think I found a lot of the track mechanics in this game to be quite buggy, so I think if I could just do it like this, it'll be fine. Oh, let's just make a track here. but add this in front. Then, I don't want to make it too, so we'll just go ahead and make this up here. As you can see, we have quite a bit of different loops we can go into. Well, okay, alright, so if we want to really make this work, let's put a checkpoint here, and then just keep going. Or making it rotate around here, like this. Make this turn maybe somewhat tighter. Keep going for a bit. Is that another animated thing? Let's play around with this. We don't get to see this very often. In fact, there's a lot of animated stuff we don't even see in the base game, so I think I want to make a track using that for sure. And then we'll keep placing stuff until we get to this part, and then I think I'll add an anti-grav section here. A windy like turn here and flip it around like that. Then we can just collect our track like that and we'll be good. Track validation is now available, but of course first we need to go to interactive objects first. That was a bill by. Alright. Come on, dude. Oh, you can rotate the... sad. It's weird. Ah! I don't know why, but it seems like this is kind of buggy to use so far. Let's start again from scratch, but maybe let's do this a little bit better here. Animated. We'll do the same as last time. Then normal a bit before going to the right. Maybe we'll this over a little bit faster this time. Maybe add in this. And then right afterwards, add in the animated. We'll go with this. Type validation now available. And customization. So yeah, I wanted to show off this to Cat because I thought it would be really cool. So I wanted this track to be basic and to be fair. The game is kind of validation. That's what I was trying to do. There we go. Finish that. Okay, and there's a couple of things I want to do. Customization. Change this to red. Effect. We can add in sidewalls to these. Let's add in flags to both the left and right walls. Fun. And customization. Let's go with blue here. So the goal is to basically for me to make a mech that isn't super buggy, but is interesting enough that people might want to play it as like a fast time trial. Yeah, okay, and then also, this I do want to confirm. Okay. Okay, now it worked fine. I don't know why it didn't work before. So anyways, I wanted to do this because I wanted to change this to a checkpoint flag instead. How do you stop editing the VOD at all? I swear. It's kind of annoying. I think this is the part that I'm a little bit annoyed about. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back again. Alright, guys. Sorry about that. I was trying to edit this to have more checkpoints, and I keep forgetting to do that. So this will be, I'll just call this, why not? Seems straightforward enough. We'll have drifts, sort of, or just course. That'll be what we select. Alright, shared successfully, and there we go. We have now officially done our first strat. I guess I should have probably mentioned how to look at it now. So, unfortunately, actually doing the tracks up for me was quite buggy, and that's why I wasn't able to show it properly. But I wanted to show you how the setup works, but also, let's use free camera. You can actually just kind of sneak a peek at the track if you want. And we can make this a bit faster. But yeah, you can kind of view the track from a distance, and that's pretty cool. You can zoom in or zoom out. But yeah, as you can see, I made a few changes, mainly adding a couple of checkpoints, some other stuffs, and doing some other things. Part of the problem was, though, I don't know why, but I could not figure out how to put any interactive objects. I'm not sure if the game is just buggy, but I could not, life of me, put any interactive objects on these things. And so, yeah, because of this, this will have not really much interactive objects. But then again, what can I do? We'll just go ahead and leave. No, because we've already saved the track, so we'll just keep it like that. But yeah, as you can see, I made a basic track. I did promise I was gonna get a new loopy track though, so let's go ahead and do something more interesting. Of the areas, I think I'm gonna go with garage. Let's do that our second track and actually make ourselves maybe go off fence a little bit this time to make it more interesting. Maybe not have checkpoints in certain areas, so maybe people could do shortcuts, but also make this a very loopy track. So we'll pretty much just throw all of the loops at once and make this a segmented track from start to finish to make it look cooler. So we're gonna do it as course this time. The starts will be, I wanted to use the pterodactyl for a long time, so here we go. Let's put the pterodactyl down as our start slot, color it red, and we'll just go ahead and put our on the side. So now this is going to have some tornado effects added to the course, which I think is going to be interesting. We'll end our customization here, but also... Oh, okay, that was not what I wanted to do there. Okay, we should probably do that again. Now confirm it so it goes onto the track. Then we can choose when to do the finish lines. But we could also rotate it so now it goes down towards the area. So let's start with that actually. Let's try to see if this can pass through certain areas this time. The way we have to do that is edit module, and then we can either extend it or on to the right. Okay, it looks like it's not letting me rotate again. I do know that it can be rotated down. Trust me, it's gonna be interesting. I think we're gonna probably go things here. Alright, I do want this to be somewhat loopy, so let's go ahead and make it like this. Okay, well that's bugged into the wall, so we can't do that yet. So we're gonna have to find a way to get around that obstacle first. So we'll start by instead having our first turn be here. Customize it to have that. Let's put some safety walls on this. Or actually, more like that should be fine. Again, I think the buggiest part is like figuring out how in the world do I change to interactive objects. I swear, it just seems impossible to do this properly. That's what I don't get. If somebody could tell me how to actually like change the it seems like that would make this track builder way cooler, because it seems like I cannot, for the love of me, place any interactive objects on this, because it seems like it just wants us to use R and to do it, but whenever I try to do it, it just keeps doing the other problem, and it just kind of messes up, and I don't like that. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Alright, we'll just place this track down then, before we do anything else. Oh, we hold down right, we can rotate it. Oh, wait, this is how we rotate it. Oh, I see now. Okay, alright. Alright, let's rotate this a bit, but not too much. We'll just place that down as a track and keep having it go down. I think the goal is I want to try to get on the ground and then just kind of go through this wacky place while finishing some other stuff. I think that would look cooler. Alright. Oh, you can replicate it as well, too. Interesting. Alright. But yeah, this is a trap builder. I think it's pretty cool, and it looks really fun, but I think it might take a little while to do the setup. But yeah, I'm still trying, as you can see, I'm still trying to struggle to create the individual set, but yeah, so far this is, so far, but I don't want to waste too much time, so I'll go ahead and see you guys when I'm done with this. Alright, finally made a miraculous discovery. I didn't know this, but the arrow part that I did was actually construction modified. That's why it was so buggy. Oh man, gosh dang it. I wish I had done that sooner. Alright. So, as I was trying to say, you can add interactive objects. Part of the problem was I could not, for the love of me, figure out how to do it properly, and I just figured out how to do it. I'm not gonna lie though, the Switch is kind of deady with this. The fact that it doesn't tell you what to do until like later, it's like, ugh. If only it didn't show as like button, maybe that would be a lot easier. Anyways, well, as you can see, I figured out important stuff, so I think this track's gonna look a little bit better. So yeah, I'll see you guys until later. What's up, boys? It's been a little while, but I was able to make it much more epic track, so back to the track here with the pterodactyl and everything. There's a lot of cool stuff on it, and yeah, it's just an awesome epic track, so I figured I'd show you what I've done. I think you guys fixed it, but the most annoying thing in the game, so yeah, you pretty much have to avoid that all as well. Trying to do stuff. Call this an art race, whatever you want, but I think it looks pretty cool. As you might have guessed, I mostly fixed some obstacles so that stuff was like, yeah, not gonna lie, the track and there's a little wild thing. Once you know what to do, it's not really that bad. See, unfortunately, I don't really know how to do jumps just yet. Kind of get those out. I'm not really the best at it, so I kind of just make some basic things. Oh, okay, hang on. Otherwise, though, yeah, I just wanted to show you what I've done because like really taste you can get from it, which I think is really fun. Yeah, I pretty much have this really cool track layout set up. I've entered this final checkpoint inside the volcano, so about a 130-ish, 120 track so far. Yeah, it's really cool, I think. I think it's pretty exciting. That did not. That was buggy. The game's just being very buggy again. I don't know why sometimes the game doesn't count for checkpoints, but whatever. Anyways, yes, we want to say. Take will be. Of course, high speed. Meaning there's a couple of high speed sections. And I'll just put a little name on this to warn people. Beware. That's gonna be what we use. Just why the heck not? So I pretty much made a track that was not really dangerous at all. That felt more like a track. And then I added a bunch of objects once I figured out what to do. And kind of made a really dangerous track. That's why I'm calling it. So we're gonna say that. We're gonna continue this first though, because I did notice one of the looked a little bit off. Alright, where was it? I think it was at kind of here. I think I added in a boost to make sure people could get over the ramp, but then in hindsight I kind of messed that up. So I think what I'm gonna do is just keep that tight. Maybe people with manual boost might be able to make it over, but this will be basically a classic trap here, so that you'd have to basically do a boost to make this easy. Also, what am I doing? What I want is to delete that. Save that. And then we can exit. And there we go. We've successfully did our second track. We'll probably share this one too. I shared it, but whatever. Okay, I guess I think I know what the buggy part is. I think I need to validate it first before I do that stuff. So I'll see you guys in a minute. But yeah, I just wanted to show you how cool the track setup is. Alright, so I was able to fix the track a little bit better. It turns out we had to validate it first before we could share it. And there we go. As you can see, I shared 2 of my tracks online and did some other stuff, and I think it's about time we did some of the other stuff. So, heading into quick modes, or quick race. Oh, wait, hang on a minute. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Okay, that's not what I wanted to show off. What I wanted to show off is the fact that there is a multiplayer thing that you can do, and you can basically search for lobbies, and depending on that, you'll be thrown into random tracks. They can either be shared tracks that you shared on the internet, depending on the setup, or they'll be other tracks you've already done. So that is what I wanted to show off. We're gonna do one online match only and see how it works, and we'll see if we can get stuff done. Otherwise, I don't really see what to do. Looks like it didn't take too long to find it. Okay, well, in hindsight, probably waiting for a match will take a little bit, but yeah, I decided to show that there is an online map in this game. You can play it. It'll be fun. There's probably not really anybody here, though, so I think I'm not going to actually show it off. But I figure, like, with Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 going on, it's probably not going to be useful, so what we're actually going to show off in the final part will be some final basement looking around, because I did say there was like a couple of festivals I wanted to get, and I never really showed you what those do. So to make it more interesting, we're really just gonna go to every unlockable we have here, one by one, and we'll just buy each of these. So every single one of these that is not auto unlocked, we are gonna buy now. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through each of these one at a time. We'll do the same thing with buying stuff in the columns and other stuff. That way we can say we officially collected every kind of food. Go with that. That's actually pretty cool. Doesn't look like there was anything here. Since we're having a lanterns thing going already. Let's go with this one there. Change the color of this background a little bit, so it bends in. There we go, now it looks really good. columns, I'm gonna stick with what we had already. That we'll stick with the floor. Ceiling, now this could be interesting, although no, that's about the same. Okay, now let's check what floors we can buy. So we're just gonna go around and buy all the fairing stuff. That's what we're trying to get. I don't want to waste time setting up everything though. I'll go with this bar. What's a little prettier? So we're pretty much just gonna go for each of these one at a time. Find the unlocks for each of them. The ones that we missed. That way, technically, we've gotten all of these as well. Some of these are just unlocked automatically as you play your game. Others, you have to first do certain things first. Let's go with this. This matches our theme. Now I won't change. This we'll try to see what we can do here. Honestly, I think if we're just already going with the Bluetooth thing, we may as well keep that theme going. So we'll go with that. Fair art. Let's start finding the... There. Nothing there. Okay, here's something we can buy here. Okay, these decorations are interesting. I feel like work well. Put all the lights and stuff in slowly but surely. Then we'll just add one bed of an item at a time. Keep that as it is. Keep that as it is. This one I want to put in that old friend. And then... yeah, sure, let's go with this. I did said I also had a pink fashion set going on, so I'll do that. For kitchen, let's just see if there's anything that could be changed here. Floor pretty much is the same. Walls are basically the same, although they are still the generic walls. Let's go with a pink fashion for that then. And to fit with this, let's do a pinkish color. Sort of. That. Alright, it looks like the only thing we'll be able to change is likely these. Let's buy both of those. Yeah, this as well. That's the same. We'll just make that an alternative one. This chair we already have. One of these decorations I want to change to this. And this other one I think I might change to this. There's the tropical one. I saw it just now. Right there. Let's put that on there. should be good for that. Let's move on to cup space and see what we can change here. We can have a normal arcade or Hot Wheels arcade. I'll make one of those one thing and leave the other one as it is. Go with glossy one for this cabinet. Since that's time. And then let's do this. I like this badminton bigger. Let's go with that. Then we have a skateboard we can get for some things. There's just a lot of random unlockables you want to know about. Okay, this one I didn't get to really show off the images of things, so we're gonna mimic this. Except this time we get to see setting right in. So cute. Doing that. Alright. Now that that's done, let's go back to, oh, okay, we've already went through that. Now we do, just these spaces, I guess, and we should be good to go. We have more boosters. What's the Looney Tunes set look like? Oh, yeah, this is some cool stuff. Yeah, let's go with that. You like those? There's only this one, but that will work just fine since we haven't used it yet. Go with this here for this as well, which is a buyout, and then buy this. Okay, let's start adding in different ones this time. Stuff in there. Fill that in. That looks cool. Oh, don't mind me. Everything's fine. Don't worry, guys. Everything's okay. Let's go with a random background on both sides. We'll just go. It's a bit. Oh, that one I like. Alright, there we go. So I think we got a decent setup here. So this is what our copy space now looks like at the end of the game. This is our cook space, kitchen, and then our main living room, which we can also rotate around. And yeah, I think we created a pretty decent base, actually. Alright, so reason why I went down there, because as you saw, some of those stuff is actually considered unlockable, so now nobody can complain that I missed any unlockables, which means, as you can see now, we have all the chat builder stuff ready, we have all the other stuff ready, and of course, probably most importantly of all, we've 100%ed Hot Wheels City Rumble and some other stuff, and of course finished the side events. So the next side thing I'm going to show off is, well, I guess whenever we finish off the other time trials, we're going to have to show that, maybe. But other than that, I'm not saying anything else. This has been Hot Wheels Unleashed. We are finally done with this game. Took us a long time, but we made it there. This is the last video I'll be doing on this for a while, as I want to move on to other projects. As tempting as it is to do a set, I think I'd rather move on to other projects. So, pretty much got 100% done as far as I'm concerned, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.